What's going on, guys? Got another AMC video for y'all today. Before we get started, remember, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, so do as you please with the information I provide you. Also, if you could give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you don't miss any future AMC or stock market updates. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, update on AMC and the pre-market, we are looking amazing. We are looking very bullish, up from 40.35, hit a high of 41.88, and now we're sitting around that 41.50 level. This is really good, up $1.42 and 3.54% pre-market before we open. This is really good to see because if we look at the volume down here, it is a lot of buying pressure. This isn't trending for any other reason except buying volume right here, as you can see. The short interest, we have not got a new update yet. It was 20.15% as of yesterday. But if we go ahead and take a look at it, we've got 25,000 calls expiring in the money for tomorrow at the $45. They did borrow some shares this morning, a little bit of a higher fee, 1.1% compared to 0.9% the other day. The short percentage of yesterday was 52%, and the dark pool percentage was up 65.1% from 63.2%. So we do see more of the volume being funneled into the dark pools from yesterday, which is probably why when it started to shoot up, it consolidated so quickly, is because they started to funnel more into the dark pool. Fails to deliver from the settlement date, just give you a look at that. The fails to deliver, basically orders were not approved, orders didn't come through for the stock. But if we go ahead and go over here and take a look at the reverse repurchase agreements, 1,283,281,000,000 agreements. That is just continuously going up. As we can see, it went up a lot yesterday. So I'm interested to see where that's going to go today. So this was the Ortex update of the short percentage from last night. We don't have it this morning yet, but it was 20.44% last night. Utilization went down a little bit to 89.55%. Shares on loan also increased to 113.35 million shares on loan. So this is something I haven't covered yet, is beta. So for AMC, the beta is negative 3.56, and for GameStop, the beta is negative 2.12. So what is beta, and what does negative beta mean? Beta is basically the level of which the stock is volatile to the market, how it reacts to the market. So if you have a beta of 1, that means the stock mirrors whatever the index is used to represent the overall market, which means, let's say, if the overall market crashed, then if it had a beta of 1, it would crash as well. If the beta was between 0 and 1, that means that they are less volatile than the market, and so this would be like utility companies. A lot of those fall in that range. A beta of 0 means that it is, regardless of which way the market moves, the value of it remains unchanged. So an example would be cash. Cash money is a beta of 0. So what is a negative beta? A negative beta indicates an inverse relation to the market, which is possible but highly unlikely in most stocks. So to see a negative beta here is huge. Not only do we react on our own based off of how our stock reacts, based off of how AMC and GME react, they react solely on themselves. They have nothing to do with the reaction of the market, which is really good for us, because if the market crashes, that means we can still short squeeze and shoot up. The market crash has nothing to do with that. From Chio here, hedgies met their match. They have not covered, and apes are not selling. AMC, remember when they took away the buy button? At one point, this thing started shooting up so much they wouldn't let us buy any more shares. So every time this price keeps going up, just think about that. Be mad and just focus on what our goal is here. Our goal is to get rich. Another tweet from Jackson Hunter. Many apes have been holding AMC and GME for 8 months. I personally have been holding since April. Another 4, and that's half they'd pay in capital gains taxes. Because if you hold for a year or longer, you don't have to pay that capital gains tax, which would be huge. Personally, I don't care as much. I'd rather just see this thing take off now. I don't want to have to wait for a year. I'd rather just see it go now. Another tweet, this one's from JB Stocks. Hey Rich Lineshed, how's your AMC price target of 1 cent doing? Guys, just remember, all of the big money and all of the big media said that AMC would be a penny, that AMC is worth a penny. Jim Cramer at it again on Twitter, continuing to embarrass himself and look like a fool. He says, you know what's incredible? These loser cowards who hide behind moronic names and use a lot of emojis, which he spelled wrong, are now starting to realize their wells are running dry, and they soon will have to get jobs and work like the rest of us. Chillman is ready to help them move on. He is just defensive and continues to try to make him seem like the good guy and seem like we are the ones trying to manipulate him, which is so not true, as he and other people have been manipulating the market for decades. This was something I thought was very interesting. This user posted on Reddit, can't someone get Anonymous to look into naked shorts, dark pools, shady HFs? It's an obvious abuse of power and they could shed some light onto things. This is a really interesting thing. I thought that this was something that would be great. Anonymous has stepped in as a group in many different things and exposed many different shady dealings, and what would be better than Anonymous coming out and exposing all of these hedge funds and shorts and dark pools? Just one thing to think about before we close today's video and before I get into the prediction for today. Keenan Grace, love him, great YouTuber. If you've never seen his videos, check him out. He's really, really good. He tweets, what will you do when you become a millionaire plus? This is just something I want to leave you with thinking about. What are you going to do when AMC takes off and you get all of this money? That's something you need to prepare for. That's something you need to think about. So getting into the price prediction and expectations for today, I can see that it's already dropping off pretty hard right here. We get a little bit of green, but we are sitting at 41.32, down about 40 cents from the high in the pre-market. This could be a little bit of a sign that we might be dropping off just to shoot back up when the market opens. Who knows? We will see. There is a little bit of selling pressure in here, but we don't really know what's going on yet. So for today, we closed out at $40.08 last night, really holding strong to that $40 support level. I'd love to see us hold strong again. We will probably test that 40 support level again and see if that holds. If that holds, then I could see us going up and testing that 42.50 level. And depending on what happens with that, we could see a high of up to 44 today, as long as everything holds at that $40 support. If not, I could see us dropping down to around 38 and bouncing off and then climbing our way back up to close around 40 again. Just something to be prepared for, a couple things to think about, a couple interesting things I brought to the table today for the video. I just opened up a Discord, so if you're interested in that, I will put the Discord link in the description. Go ahead and join that. It is free. Get in now while it's free, because eventually when this thing takes off and we start doing good with the stocks, it may not be free. So join while you can. A lot of good people in there, a lot of good information. Don't miss out on these updates. Until then, see you guys next time. Keep being diamond-handed apes, and peace.